happy Sunday. It's Danielle. I'm here from Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and we're going to do some community distance Reiki. I'm so glad you're here with me. Go ahead, if you have a moment, go ahead and like the stream. And please know that whether you are here with us live or if you're watching this on the replay, the healing is just as palpable and we'll have just as much fun. So the first about half an hour or so I spend building the crystal grid based on your requests in the chat. So if you're here, go ahead and enter in any healing requests that you have. I'll select some crystals to support that. If there's a particular crystal you want to work with, go ahead and drop that in there too. I'll go ahead and I'll grab it. And if you are watching this on the replay and you want to skip ahead to when I actually start sending the healing, you can either look at the timestamp in the description below, or you can go ahead and skip to about the half-hour mark, and that's usually where I pick up like that. So yeah, without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into the chat. Oh, it's so good to see you both too. All three of you. It's great to see all three of you so far. Awesome. Oh, I'm so glad to see you're starting to do better. Emeralds, you got it. Okay, cool. Emeralds and Bell's palsy. Got it. Got it. So glad all of you are here too. Oh, so happy all of you are here. Thank you. So as I usually start at the top, I'm gonna begin picking some stones based on those requests. And yeah, so I'm Danielle. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I've been teaching Reiki for about 13 years. I started doing Reiki more online during COVID, and this has been a wonderful way for me to show up and help regardless of where we happen to be in the world. And we've grown off of Zoom and onto YouTube, and it's just doing really well, and I'm really grateful you're here to be a part of that. I'll definitely go into a little bit more of the finer workings of Reiki before we get started, but for now, let's get into the crystals. So we have a request for emerald, so we'll start there. I'm going to go ahead and just switch the camera view over so you can see the grid as I'm building it. I'm going to go ahead and turn down the music a little bit too. There we go. All right, fantastic. Gotcha. Anxiety and insight. More than happy to support you with that. So let's see. Hi. Oh no, it's not TMI unless you feel like it's TMI. It's all good. And yeah, I'll absolutely support that. So sorry. And virtual hugs to all, absolutely. Thank you for that. So here is some emerald. Emerald is wonderful for supporting the heart and helping you feel loved and helping you feel supported, but also it's excellent for healing physical skin and tissue. So excellent for injuries, burns, surgical wounds, all of that good stuff can be excellent for it. Okay. And that's raw emerald. See, I see a need for some red tiger eye. I know we'll need some leopardskin jasper. Gotcha. Spine and sleep. Oh, I hope you're well. Howlite. Let's get jasper. Oh, I'm still looking for my red coral. I know I have some, but I will find it and I will have it here for you. Okay. So red tiger eye is good for protection in energetic levels, but also interpersonally, workplace struggles, bullying, that kind of thing too. But it's also excellent for that on the energetic side too. So people that tend to drain your energy and things like that, red tiger eye can be excellent for that. It's also fantastic for manifesting money, especially if it's in a hurry. So if anyone has that particular intention, This can kind of cover both, do double duty for us. And that's tiger eye, except that it is a little bit red. Camera's having a little trouble picking it up. We have some howlite, which helps with forgiveness. It also helps with frustration, especially if you're really trying to move forward or make changes in your life and you feel frustrated about it because you're not making the progress you want. It's excellent for anger and resentment in all its forms. And whether we're forgiving ourselves or someone else, it's an excellent stone to work with. A lot of folks feel like they work with it almost like a lot of times it's kind of sold as white turquoise. White turquoise is absolutely a thing, but this isn't white turquoise. It's a totally different stone. Here we go. So some white howlite there. Gotcha. Oh, good to see you in here. Empowerment, enlightenment, spiritual guidance. You got it. And I'm seeing a lot for insight. Absolutely. Oh, I see your request for red tiger eye, copper, citrine, aventurine, malachite. Absolutely. Empowerment and starting to see a little bit more of like a bigger vision of ourselves. This can also be a little bit helpful for bullying, like workplace scenarios where it gets catty or it gets, people get cliquish or anything like that. Aventurine can be great to kind of overcome the sense of detriment that we kind of internalize. Like sometimes we hear enough bad things directed at us, we start to believe it after a while. Aventurine can help us kind of transcend that too. But it's also excellent for taking pride in ourselves in a really healthy way, like a healthy balance type of pride, and starting to see ourselves as capable of more than what we've accomplished up to this point. So it sort of expands what we think of ourselves, of who we can be and how we can be. It's excellent for the heart too, kind of like an unconditional love, that you're lovable no matter what. It's not that you need to behave a certain way or be a certain way to be lovable. So it can be wonderful for that. Okay, cool. For Bell's palsy and nerve stuff, we have leopardskin jasper coming back at us. This is also excellent for those of you looking for insight and intuition. This is great for working with our spirit guides as well. So we've got it doing some double duty there. Might need to spread these out just a bit. Healing of mind, body, and spirit. Oh, absolutely. Empowerment, enlightenment. And I promise I will work through all of these. So let's do some leopardskin jasper. I love making my grids just intuitively. Some folks do work with sacred geometry, and I do that sometimes. But I feel like sometimes just sort of make a pattern and it comes together. Lung pain and allergies, absolutely. Green kyanite. Green kyanite. And spiritual guidance, we've got leopardskin jasper, but we'll also do some celestite because that helps not only with intuitive guidance and connecting to our spirit guides, connecting to our angel guides as well. It's excellent for pain. And I know a lot of you were, mentioning like your spine and things like that. I'll also put in some calcites to help with your spine. Okay, so this is green kyanite. Most of us are familiar with blue kyanite. Green kyanite can be excellent for lung health. And where we're at right now in terms of everything from COVID to it being allergy season here in the Northeast, it can be really helpful for that too. Go. And celestite. Here we go with celestite. This beautiful pale blue. Absolutely love that. Like I said, really good for pain, really good for connecting with our angel guides. Add more here. Feel free to keep throwing some out there, and I'm just gonna tick back and see what else was requested that I may have missed so far. Happiness and hope. I like that one. Sleep for sure. Labradorite for sleep. Labradorite is great not only for, actually celestite is excellent for sleep too. Labradorite can be great for sleep, especially if our sleep is interrupted with like energetic stuff or night terrors or anything like that. But it's also excellent for helping us make sense of what intuition we're getting in, as is citrine, which was requested. Citrine is another one that has so many uses. It's part of why it's so common to see it. People love it so. Citrine is excellent. It's used most often for manifesting specifically money. It's a great thing to give someone who's like starting a business, giving them one to either put in their cash box or put in the money corner of their home, which is the back left from the entrance. It's also excellent for helping balance logic and intuition. And anytime that we're requesting intuition, having a good way to balance what we're getting in terms of information can be so helpful. And I want to add some more heartstones, although definitely we have some. I feel like we could use more. The aventurine is great for the heart, for opening our hearts to feeling we deserve love for sure. It can be excellent for that. Empowerment, enlightenment, guidance, forgiveness. Yeah, this one, the red tiger eye, definitely great for negative thoughts directed toward you. Letting go of the past. Balance of body, mind, and spirit also helps for nerves, so things like Bell's palsy, and rejuvenation, as well as directing energy right where it needs to go. A definite mainstay here is rutilated quartz. We all love that here. We use it so much because it's such a good multi-purpose stone. Let's see. Actually, let's mix that with a little bit of tourmalinated quartz, because that helps with nerves as well. This also helps with tummy upset. So this is streaks of black tourmaline going through quartz. These are rutils going through quartz. A rutilated quartz is just absolutely all-purpose. It brings energy up. It can really help us as we get better and bounce back from something, but it's also, it calms the mind while it directs the energy where it needs to go, which can really support the body. So as far as balancing body, mind, and spirit, this stone, along with some spiritual stones like citrine or along with our angelic stones, really happy and healthy. So I'm going to put another one here. The other ones, lung pain. Oh, absolutely. Letting go of the past and painful memories. We've got howlite. I feel like we could use some more heart stones. Lightness, levity, hope, as someone mentioned. Let's do some yellow calcite. Go. Brings in a lot of happiness. It also helps us feel a little bit more empowered as it works with these sacral chakra, which is, the sacral chakra has a lot to do with how we, what's our character, how we bring ourselves forward into the world. If it's a little understated, we can be sort of light on boundaries, we can be a little bit of a doormat, we might not even identify our own wants and desires. Whereas bolstering and supporting it allows us to stand up a little bit more for ourselves, assert ourselves a little bit more, learn about who we are a bit more, and it brings a lot of joy into our sense of self. So if we're going through a phase of self-discovery, this can be an excellent one for confidence with that. So for that, it works really well with aventurine, and they even look nice together. That green and that yellow. Fantastic. And I know we had a request for malachite, and I feel like that could be our additional heart stone for sure. So pretty. This is just so replenishing and nurturing of the heart, but it also helps us to see, like, as we start to discover our patterns that might be holding us back, it helps us to accept ourselves and move through it without beating ourselves up. So it helps us to evolve a little bit. Here we go. Additionally, carnelian, as we start to, we've seen a couple of requests that have to do with how we relate to others and how we relate to ourselves, and coming into a sense of empowerment and boundaries and things like that. We have carnelian, good for different types of interpersonal relationships and interpersonal boundaries. And right now we have Venus in Pisces, and Venus in Pisces is not great for boundaries and love. So this can help with that. Just kind of giving us a little balance there. A little bit more. I'm going to say we could use some dalmatian jasper, help us clear our auric fields. Now we need a center stone. So let's see what we should put in the center. All right, so I'm going to leave it up to all of you. I have two, so it's up to those of you in the chat. Blue lace agate can help with the throat to help us to start to express our needs, including even understanding our own needs, like communicating them to ourselves, can really help move that through, that throat stuff. And this is pyrite, which can help with intuition as well as balance around spiritual wisdom and spiritual guidance. It also can be quite grounding. It can help with sleep and sleep disturbances, and this can help with sort of trapped emotions. So I'm going to leave that up to you all in the chat while I explain what Reiki is for everybody who might be new. So yes, welcome. Again, I'm Danielle, and you can learn all about my online Reiki classes by clicking on the description. There's a link to my website, my crystal shop, as well as all of my socials and my free community Discord, which actually has a 1-hour free class on how to send a crystal healing over a distance that requires no experience whatsoever. Reiki that I practice, because there's lots of different styles and all of them are incredible. The style I practice is known as Usui Reiki, which is named after the founder of this particular style, which has been around for just about exactly 100 years. The concept of Reiki, or spiritually guided life force energy, is that there are many energies in the universe. I have mine, you have yours, we have several different types and styles and frequencies of energy within us. Many of these are ours, many connect with the people, places, and things all around us. Reiki, or spiritually guided life force energy, connects everyone and everything. This energy in and of itself is pure goodness, and our body, mind, and spirit automatically know what to do with this energy. It's almost like when we wash our hands in clean water. It washes away the dirt, it takes things with it. It's like that, but more. Reiki comes into our body, mind, and spirit. Our body knows what to do with it. It sees the things that we're ready to let go of, and it helps whisk it on along its way. It sees the valleys and the vacuums, and it fills those up so we feel replenished and refreshed. It can help support us for aches and pains, getting better on a physical level, anything from like chronic things to short-term acute things. It can help us with our mental emotional space, including everything from stress reduction to working through some longer term, more chronic emotional patterning, if you will. You can bring intentions to your healing. So you can say, this is something I want to focus on, or you can simply leave it up to the Reiki and say, whatever is in my greatest good. There's no wrong way to enjoy your session. As I connect with this energy, which flows through all of us, and it's always there, and it doesn't necessarily care what time it is. It doesn't matter when you're actually watching this. You can enjoy the healing from wherever you happen to be, just as I send it from right here, right now. During the session, I invite you to lay down, sit up, whatever position feels particularly comfortable for you. And you can go ahead and enjoy this time any way that you want. Most folks will close their eyes, relax, listen to the music, and sort of go into somewhere in between awake and asleep. At the same time, if you feel motivated to journal or do some stretches or combine this with playing an instrument or journaling or maybe some yoga, it's really completely up to you. The magic of this is that this is something to enhance your self-care time exactly where you are and in exactly a way that feels right to you. As I connect with this energy and send it to everyone, I'll also be setting a strong intention to keep all of our individual energy centers separated from each other's, as well as protected and supported, so that we can all enjoy in this together and feel relaxed and rejuvenated all at the same time. As I send, you'll just see me kind of sitting back, and at the end of this session, you'll hear my voice come back in. I'll invite you to take a deep breath, come back to the space that you're in, take a few stretches, and slowly come back to your body. You can do whatever you like at that time. You can go ahead and go over to sleep if you'd like. You can go on about your day. You can continue on your practice, or you can go ahead and join me in the chat, or if you're watching the recording, in the comments, and go ahead and ask any questions that you have. I will be abundantly happy to answer all of them. If you're watching this on the replay and you want to reach out to me, you can go ahead and, again, in the link below, there's information on my socials and my website. You can always reach out to me there with questions. And it's been an honor to have you all here so far today. I do this 5 times a week, so if you've missed us, that's okay. Come and join us live. This is Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or GMT-4, and I'm here every week at that time, and the current schedule is also in the description. So let's see what we got in the votes for blue lace agate or pyrite. Let's see, we've got pyrite, blue lace agate, pyrite, pyrite. I think pyrite has it by 1. Both if possible, LOL. Okay, I can do a little bit of both. So let's do the pyrite in the middle. Big piece of pyrite. And I've got some little tiny blue lace agates. Let's do that. Little tiny blue lace agates. Yeah, this is a beautiful healing stone. We'll just sprinkle some about. Thank you all so much. So the next most fun thing about doing Reiki in a group like this, one of the factors that's going into creating this really magical space is that of communal chi. The more people come together with the same or similar intention, the greater the energy potential is magnified that's available to everyone. So by coming together all with the intention for healing, we actually have access to a much better source of energy, a much broader source of energy, because we're all here together, albeit, from different places. And part of making that physical is setting these intentions together, building the grid together. Like, we've co-created this space. So that actually helps enhance the energy as well. So not only did we create something really beautiful together in terms of a crystal grid, we created something really beautiful together in terms of the healing space. Go. And just a couple more. So there, we did work a little bit of both then. Awesome. So everybody go ahead and get comfortable. During your session, you don't have to stay perfectly still or anything like that. You can move, bend, stretch, get up, get anything you need to feel comfortable. There's no wrong way to enjoy your session. Oh, yeah. Oh, that came out great. Also, just know that every time we do one of these and I save the recordings, you can always go online to see in the descriptions after the fact. I write down or I type in all of the different crystals so that you have this spelling. I do sell a lot of these stones on my website, but especially for those of you that are abroad or if you're looking for them locally, which is awesome, you know how to spell them. So you can go ahead and check the description and you'll see a list of the stones that I used. And you can always find uh, an old session just by looking through the past stream archives. I always put in the image the crystal grid that we used, so you can always kind of pick them by the vibe of the crystal grid. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and see how the Reiki shows up for us this evening. Thank you all so much for being here. It is an honor and a pleasure as always. Thank you for helping me build the grid and build this beautiful space. And yeah, let me just make this fit the screen. We're doing so well. And just a reminder, you can do it now, you can do it later, doesn't matter. If you happen to have a chance, go ahead and like the stream because it actually really helps people to see the stream and find us. Other than that, I'm just so grateful you're here. Seriously, thank you, thank you, thank you. So go ahead, get cozy. You can close your eyes. You can see just sort of what comes up for you. Know that you don't have to focus on anything during the session, nor do you have to keep a silent mind. Although you can do either of those two things if it feels comfortable for you, if that's what you would like. I usually tell folks to simply take a deep breath and just see what comes of it. If you feel like your mind is wandering or racing, it might be insight, or it might just be mental chatter. If you're not sure which it is, just take a deep breath in and out. And if it keeps coming back, let it play out. Sometimes even our, chattering mind really does have something to say to us. And so, maybe it's a good thing to listen to that wisdom for a bit. If you get distracted or anything like that, that deep breath works just fine for that as well. So go ahead, sit back, lie down, and enjoy your session. I'm going to go ahead and begin sending, and I'll come back for you in just about a half an hour, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions then. Enjoy your session, and thank you so much. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. As you come back to your body, you can gently move, stretch, or bend. I hope you enjoyed your healing as much as I enjoyed sending it. And thank you so, so much for being here. It's an honor and a privilege always to share this space with all of you. We have a whole new week starting soon, tomorrow. And I hope that you have a good one. We are approaching a full moon, so know that the energy might feel a little more intense before it feels like it relaxes a little bit. But the most important thing is to take care of yourself along the way. And I'll be here. And thank you everyone for being here. So much love in the chat. I'll be here Wednesday at 4 p.m., Thursday at 8 a.m., Friday at 4 and 8 p.m., and next Sunday at 8 p.m. All of these are Eastern Daylight Time with GMT -4. Thank you so much for being here, and definitely come back again soon. It was nice to meet you. And Susan, great question. The music, absolutely. Oh, it's good to see you, Heart. The music, you can actually see the creator in the description. Her name is Cindy Loker, and I was able to actually purchase the ability to use this on a stream from her website. And it is a hertz. It's so you can actually just stream it off of her channel, or you can, if you're like me and you're streaming it, you can pay for it. It is a hertz. I'm trying to see which one. Sleep music, 396 hertz, solfeggio. Yeah. Yeah, her channel is amazing. So much music it's actually the music I listen to often when I'm giving myself a self session during the day. Yeah, love her music, and it's a great community over there too. Oh, you're so welcome. It's great to see you too. I hope all of you are well. Thank you for co-creating this space with me for sure. I hope you all have a beautiful week too. I'll be back on Wednesday. Tomorrow is my alleged day off. I know I always get into a little bit of work on my day off, but day off from the phones and that kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to that. But most importantly, I'm looking forward to getting even a couple more upgrades together to make the stream even better. Got a plan for that tomorrow. And thank you again all so much for being here. If you haven't already, if you can like the stream, consider subscribing. And if you subscribe with notifications on, you'll get notified when I go live. There's also a link in the description to the free community Discord. I'm working on putting together a Reiki share there. So go ahead and join. Like I said, free to join. It's available as an app on your phone, mobile device, or as a web browser, or an app for your computer. So whichever works better for you. And I will be announcing, currently Reiki classes are enrolling through June, and I will be announcing the summer dates this week. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And thank you all so much for being here. It's an honor and a privilege. Oh, thank you so much, Jason. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Welcome back, or welcome here, and come back as often as you like. I'm here 5 times a week, and I'll be uploading some more videos on self-guided sessions, like to guide you through practicing some sessions, and some answers to questions about Reiki practice, so that I can give some answers in video form, give you something to take in as content whenever you feel like you need something to help pick you up a little bit and help you refine your Reiki practice. Awesome, and thank you very, very much. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and be in the chat for a little while more, but other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and close down the stream. Thanks again so much for being here. I hope to see you again soon. Be well and take care of yourself. And if you have any questions, go ahead and pop them in the chat or in the comments. Hope to see you soon. Farewell.